The Tangled Web Team is coming to Marvel Strike Force, and we have their kits. We'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 85 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which is a mobile hero collector game available wherever you play mobile games. We are the lads from 4Play Gaming. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell all your Alliance mates about us if you enjoy this podcast. And a massive thank you to you for your support. Introducing the crew today, we have the kit man and resident expert in all things Marvel, Digz. How you doing, mate?
You?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Right, so first and foremost, did you get any good pulls this week? Any upgrades, red stars, and what have you been working on, mate?
Did I get any good pulls this week? No, I don't think so. I think I did pull 6-star on Brawn. Is that who's in the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but out of an Elite 5, so...
Oh, nice.
Does that qualify as a good pull? I don't really know.
Well, I mean, like he's a new character, so I'd say it's a good pull.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I thoroughly didn't deserve a particularly good pull because I opened 1 normal red star and got 4 red on Abomination last week, so I was fully expecting not to get much. I think I opened about 10 or 15 standard reds and got like 1 or 2 stars or something. So I was just I'll open a couple of 4s and I got nothing. So I was like, I'll open 2 5s and see how we get on. Yeah, on the second one I got him at 6 stars, and I was like, that's more than good enough. I'll cut my losses there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah, not too bad. That's it in terms of pulls, and then I'm still just working on my Dark Dimension 5 Legends team, which we'll cover off later, but not a huge amount of movement on that, to be honest. Ran out of money as I took great delight in sending you that picture of my lack of funds.
Oh my god.
Literally run out of gold, so that payday event was massively well timed for me.
Yeah, absolutely. God, yeah, not the one, mate. It was not the one.
I enjoyed it a lot. Though I was just like, "Oh, Luke's gonna hate this. It's gonna be great."
I absolutely did. It's horrific. Proper nightmare fuel.
No. But to be honest, I could probably take up. So I've got Iron Man and the 2 Morgan Le Fay and Rogue, the 2 Horsemen. They're already, and I could probably take up Phoenix now if I wanted to. But I'm like, then I'm just going to be sat here waiting for Red Hulk anyway. So I figured I'll hold on to the resources. I'll wait until we've got an idea when this. I was hoping this blog this week was going to talk about Red Hulk, but instead it's talking about a completely new team instead, which, to be fair, does look wicked, which we'll cover. But I was hoping they were going to give us a date for Red Hulk, but still waiting. Yeah,
still waiting, mate. I imagine it's going to be next patch, judging by the time it's taken.
Seems it.
Yeah. Okay. For me, mate, I haven't really been working on anyone. I pulled 4 on Brawn. I blew through a load of like my elites and stuff as well to get that. So I'm down to slim pickings now. So it's back to hoarding. Probably until this new team comes out, I guess. But yeah, and it's interesting because this event, and obviously we haven't got the payday milestone or whatever it is. It's not Gold Digger. It's
oh god,
High Roller.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, thank you. So like I haven't really been spending as much gold. So like, especially if because I blitz a lot. Like I'm completing the milestones through blitzing and spending like a mil. So I mean, in the last week, I've taken Dormammu up to 14 or 15. I can't even remember, and that's pretty much it. So I'm actually saving gold at the moment, which is quite nice.
Yeah, the first day of that event, I was just like, "Oh, I'm never going to get it with blitzing, so I'll just spend loads of gold," and that's why I ran out of gold.
Yeah.
And then like today, I literally haven't spent. I mean, I've probably spent 200 or 300k in the store just doing the 3 purchases or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've just finished the milestones just now while we were talking.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with the blitz at the minute. It's pretty chilling.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not spending too much. Like you, I'm buying stuff that I need or whatever in the stores, and that's literally been it. But it's because there's no sort of. I mean, I'm not good with these milestones. Like, I'm not sure how much gold I'm spending every day. You know what I mean? It's not really going up or down. So, well, it feels like it's going up. But yeah,
mine's definitely going up. Like I say, I think the lowest I was down to was something like 82,000 gold.
Okay.
And I'm back up to 6 mil now. So.
Oh, boom. Okay, perfect. Lovely stuff. All right, so moving into Marvel Strike Force this week, Pestilence event. Have you done a couple of runs? How are you getting on with that?
I did, yes. The first sort of day or two after it came out, I was just like, I just want to get 1,000,000 points. That's all I want. I haven't made it before. That's all I want to do. So I did difficulty 7, did it like with relative ease, which got me like 900 and something points, or just under 900. Can't remember now. So I was like, I'll do difficulty 8. So I got with that, and I got to the last cosmic node, which is the 9th of the 10 nodes, and couldn't get past it.
Right. Okay.
And that got me like 987 or something. Like I was so close. I was so infuriated. So I was like, okay, I'll drop it back down to 7 and I'll throw on a load of scourges. And that I found that harder than the difficulty 8. So I went back to difficulty 8 and just thought, if I plan this better, then I'll save, because Icarus and Cersei died on the attempting that last cosmic node, but I went in with them first and they died. So I was like, if I plan it better, like I'll send in a couple of teams just to get, like I'll send in the hero as Guardians, they'll get smashed. I'll send in Infinity Watch and they'll do a bit, and then I can hopefully go sweep up with Icarus and Cersei and whoever I want with that, which is what I did. And then my web warriors were all but dead by that last time, so I didn't even bother attempting the last night because I knew I wouldn't have done it. But I ended up with a score of 1.213 mil. So
perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Got the last milestone. I looked where I was on the leaderboard, and it's higher than I'd been previously. Let's have a look. Just under 6,000. So
okay.
Not too bad. Like I'll be in the top 3 or 4%. So it won't give me enough to get a 7 star, but I'll be pretty much there.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah. Pretty much the same for me, mate. I went through difficulty 8, got to the last node and died. And I literally did one run, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I don't care. I'm not gonna go through it again. It's you know, whatever I score, I'm not going to score any higher. Basically, I'm just not. So if I get it to 7 stars this time, then great. If not, roll on the next one, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So Cosmic Crucible minute this week. How did you get on with that?
My Cosmic Crucible is miserable. It's just hell on earth. Again, another round of getting hammered twice and sneaking a win. Actually, I think I won my second one this time and then lost my first and my last.
Okay.
Yeah. Every like I think I said last week. This week nobody's finished Dark Dimension 5. That seems a little bit fairer. Didn't matter. That's where there's just walk through Dark Dimension 5 whenever they please. Like. The first guy I was up against, he had I think something like 6 of the 8 teams, or however many there is, or 4 of the 6 teams, however many nodes there is, all over 800k. So come on, man, 800k mutants on the mutant node, like the Unlimited X-Men. There's like an 800k Shield team in the Secret Avengers, rather in the skill node, and 800k. Young Avengers in the Cosmic Nodes. I was like, this is not fun. This is not cool.
This is not the one, mate. Absolutely the same for me. I won 1, lost 2, and yeah, both of them were squeakers. Like the 2 I lost, like I lost one by like 10 points or something. Like someone just cleared quicker than I did, and the second one was like I was against. Like I might as well have been up against God. Like I had no hope. Like I mean, I cleared all of their rooms, but like it was 2 or 3 attacks and just brutal.
Yeah, filth.
Okay, there'll be more on Cosmic Crucible in a minute, I think, from memory from this blog post. All right, so let's get into the old Marvel Strike Force blog post for this week. We're featuring the Tangled Web Team. So let's go paragraph for paragraph, I guess.
So, the Tangled Web Team. Swinging in from the Spider-Verse are 3 new Spider people that make up Strike's newest team, Tangled Web. Our most recent blog post revealed the backstory of our 3rd original character, SpiderWeaVER, and if you haven't checked it out already, head on over to dive into her lore. Fighting alongside SpiderWeaVER will be fan favourite Spider-Man 2099 and SpiderMan NOIR to form the 3-member team. Tangled Web are cosmic crucible specialists, similar to the likes of Unlimited X-Men and the Wakandans. Let's pull back the web on the Tangled Web team.
So introducing SpiderWeaVER, who is a protector for the Tangled Web with high health stats to help her sustainability and surprisingly high damage stats. SpiderWeaVER is a unique protector with a charge mechanic that mitigates damage aimed at her team by way of her passive ability, Weaver of Destiny. When charged, she reduces all enemy accuracy by 100% and will lose charged each time an enemy misses. When she encounters an enemy with a can't miss ability, SpiderWeaVER will keep the charge and apply the accuracy reduction towards the next attack. Her ultimate ability, Threads of Fate, supplies her with charge and she gains more charged in Cosmic Crucible. So if you keep SpiderWeaVER supplied with ability energy, Crucible energies will be destined to fall before the living tribunal. And we've got the kit with the kit man.
And again, I don't think they'd teased this character when we did our podcast last week. I think it was midweek that they started teasing this, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
And I said to yourself and 4Playads with his bucket spade on the beach that as this is a exclusive MSF character, you know they're going to be awesome. And I was not wrong. I've already looked at this kit and it's ridiculous. So here we go. Traits: Hero, Global, Mystic, Protector, Spider-Verse, and Tangled Web.
Love it. And the old passive.
Yeah, the hench passive, thick with 2 C's. Weaver of Destiny. So on spawn, apply stealth for 2 turns to all Tangled Web allies. In Crucible, barrier self and all Tangled Web allies for 30% of this character's max health. In Crucible, barrier 2 random non-Tangled Web allies for 30% of this character's max health. On turn, barrier self for 15% of this character's max health. On turn. When this character or a Tangled Web ally is attacked, generate 1 ability energy for this character and fill this character's speed bar by 10%. Ridiculous. While this character has charged, lower accuracy by 100% for all enemies. When an enemy misses, lose 1 charged. Ridiculous. Enemies killed by this character cannot revive. Ridiculous. Gain 40% max health. Tangled Web allies gain 30% max health. And in Crucible, all allies gain an additional 10% max health. That's a mega passive.
That's a pretty tidy passive, isn't it?
Very much so. And then basic Ethereal Strike. Attack primary target for 225% damage. If this character is at or above 25% health, bonus attack for 125% piercing and apply bleed. If this character has any negative effects, clear 1 negative effect from this character. And if this character does not have any effects, clear 1 negative effects from a random ally that has a negative effect. And then repeat this bonus attack for 50%, 90%, and 100% health. So if this character is in as if SpiderWeaVER, whatever she's called, is at full health, you're going to attack for 225%, and then you're going to bonus attack 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That is absolutely preposterous for a basic.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's disgusting. I mean, yeah.
And then special, Fateful Decision. Energy cost 4/4, gain defense up for 2 turns and offense up for 2 turns. In Crucible, gain immunity for 2 turns. If this character does not have charge, gain charge. Spread all positive effects on this character to all Tangled Web allies and 2 other random allies. So again, full team if you're using Tangled Web, all the Tangled Web.
Which you probably will.
Yeah. Heal self and all Tangled Web allies for 30% of this character's max health. Heal 2 other random allies, 10% of this character's max health. Attack primary target for 350% damage and rebound chain to 3 adjacent enemies for 300% damage. This attack can chain stealth characters, a bit like Scream. Counter-attack breaks this chain and this attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. That is ridiculous for 4 energy, especially as she generates energy.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was like 7 energy, I'd be like, that's ridiculous. 4 energy is a joke. Like, I think they're going to rogue us out with this and be like, oh, he's meant to be 6. Do you know?
Yeah.
That's preposterous.
Yeah. I mean, it's a, yeah, like, yeah, I mean, we're following suit with the other 2 members that they've created, Deathpool and Kestrel, you know what I mean? Like, broken kits.
Yeah. But it got to be. You can't make a brand new character and not make it the best. It's got to be done.
Yeah.
And then finally, the ultimate, Threads of Fate. Energy cost 8/8. Attack primary target for 550% damage and apply stun and trauma. Mega high damage. Gain gain Safeguard for 2 turns, gain 3 charged, and in Crucible, gain 5 charged instead. So then that's 3 turns or 5 turns of them missing every attack.
Bananas. Absolutely bananas.
I love it. I'll be interested to see, you know, her in her passive, it said when her or a Tangled Web ally is attacked, gain ability energy. When this character or a Tangled Web ally is attacked, generate 1 ability energy for this character and fill this character's speed by 10%. If somebody does an AoE or attacks everyone or like a chain attack or whatever, I wonder if that counts as 1. So she'll gain 1 ability energy and fill the speed by 10%. Or if it attacks all of them, is she going to gain 3? 1
Oh, God. So she gets 30%.
Effectively, and 3 ability energy.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm interested to see. I assume it's not going to be that. I assume it's going to be the character attacks her or a Tangled Web ally, that it's just 1 each time that they're attacked, not within the same sort of attack. But we'll see.
Absolutely, yeah. So SpiderWeaVER in the Apocalypse Saga. So it's been previously mentioned that the 5th final Apocalypse Saga will have some additional requirements. SpiderWeaVER will play a key role in unlocking Apocalypse, as we can officially announce that she is the first required character, more to be announced later, to complete the final saga. More details will be revealed in the coming months, but we recommend powering up SpiderWeaVER to be ready for the final confrontation. I mean, they said they were going to do it, and from memory, I think it might be later on in the blog post, so I might be running before I can walk, but I'm pretty sure they mentioned that SpiderWeaVER is going to be a event campaign.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I think so. Like Deadpool and Kestrel. So, if that is the case, run, don't walk, because they will then lock her away for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember if it was just Kestrel or whether I did it with Deathpool as well, but I know I spent a little bit of money on Kestrel, and I can't remember if I did or not on Deathpool, because I knew that they were going to be ridiculous and I wanted them.
Yeah.
I think I might have spent $5 to get like I did a deal with like 5 and you get like 50 shards or something for her, which basically guaranteed that I was going to unlock her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll do the same thing with SpiderWeaVER, because that kit is absolutely preposterous. The fact that you can have those 3 and then any 2 others are going to be getting bonuses is great. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, this could potentially bring back like Spider-Verse as well, isn't it? So this could bring back like Symbiote Spider-Man and like Anti-Venom or something, or potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about characters that don't really have their own team but are really good. I mean, those 3 with Kestrel and Dormammu, with now Kestrel and Dormammu getting boosts. Yeah, crazy. Preposterous.
Okay, so let's do the next one, which is Spider-Man 2099. So Miguel O'Hara was born in the alternate future timeline of 2099, where he worked for the mega corporation Alchemex as the head of the genetics department. Inspired by surviving records of the hero Spider-Man, Miguel tried to create similarly powered humans for Alchemex by imprinting a spider's genetic code into human physiology. But after being poisoned in an attack, Miguel conducted the procedure on himself in an attempt to cure himself. The procedure went awry, resulting in the splicing of Miguel's DNA with the genetics for Spider. The accident gave Miguel superhuman strength, agility, and healing factor, along with the physical changes of spinnerets that produce spider silk, fangs, and secrete a paralyzing venom, and talons capable of digging into materials as durable as cinder blocks. With his newfound powers, Miguel took up the mantle of Spider-Man, protecting his city from the evils within.
Spider-Man 2099 is a controller with high focus, which he uses to negate effects, which he used to make negative effects stick to his opponents even. In Crucible, he loves to crit, and when he does, he prolongs his negative effects. He also grants extra drain, focus, and resistance to Tangled Web allies in Crucible, so you'd be wise to send this spider in front of the Living Tribunal with his So, traits: Hero, City, Bio, Controller, Spider-Verse, and Tangled Web.
And the passive?
Spider from the future. On spawn, if SpiderWeaVER is an ally, gains speed up. On turn, flip 1 random positive effect to a negative effect on each enemy. Preposterous. Absolutely Monstrous. This character gains 1000% extra focus for each active ability when clearing positive effects from enemies. Ridiculous. In Crucible, if SpiderWeaVER is an ally, lower damage reduction for all enemies with bleed by 25%. Gain 20% drain. Tangled Web allies gain 20% drain. Gain 50% focus, and Tangled Web gain 50% focus and 50% resistance. And Tangled Web gain 30% resistance. And in Crucible, all allies gain an additional 20% resistance.
Wow.
Not bad, is it?
Oh, okay.
So basic Talon Slash. Attack primary target for 300% damage and clear 2 random positive effects and apply defense down and bleed. Chain to 1 additional target for 200% damage, clear 2 random positive effects and apply bleed. In Crucible, on crit, prolong the duration of all negative effects except stun, ability, block, and trauma on targets by 1, and prolong the duration of all bleed on all targets by an additional 1.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, you could easily put Kestrel with these guys, and she's going to be pinging it. Oh my god! All right,
great basic. Special shock and awe. I don't know why there's an exclamation mark after shock. Energy cost 3/3. Apply ability block to the primary target. Attack primary target and adjacent targets for 350% damage. Flip offense up and apply bleed. Apply 2 offense up for 2 turns to 2 random allies that don't have offense up, prioritizing Tangled Web allies. In Crucible, on crit, prolong the duration of all negative effects except stun, ability, block, and trauma on all targets by 1. Prolong the duration of all bleed by an additional 1. And this attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Great. 3 energy.
Crazy.
Mad. And then ultimate Future Flurry. Energy cost 7/7. If the primary target has death proof, apply 2 death proof to self and all allies. Ridiculous. Attack 300% damage and clear 3 random positive effects. Apply slow for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. Fill the speed bar by 20% for self and all Tangled Web allies. On crit, prolong the duration of all negative effects except stun, ability, block, trauma, and prolong the duration of bleed on all targets by an additional 1. It's great, isn't it?
That's outrageous.
Because team's going to be so good.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Well, welcome to Cosmic Crucible meta. I mean, geez. Oh,
Cosmic Crucible, again, it's just going to be misery.
Yeah. Wow. What a kit.
Yeah.
Okay, and a fan favourite. I mean, I love this geezer in End of the Spider-Verse. Like,
yeah. How can anyone...
absolute royalty. So introducing Spider-Man Noir. In a parallel universe during the Great Depression of 1932, Peter Parker lived in the Big Apple, plagued by criminal gangs. After his Uncle Ben was bumped off by hoods working for a crime boss called Goblin, Peter set off in search of justice. He followed a lead to a warehouse where Goblin's goons were picking up a shipment of antiques. One of the containers broke, spilling a cluster of spiders, and one of those spiders bit Peter. The bite caused him to pass out, and in a dream, a spider god told him its bite will bestow the curse of the power to him. Peter awoke in a black cocoon, and when he freed himself, he discovered that he had arachnid-like abilities. He possessed superhuman strength, could shoot webbing out of his wrists, had a spider sense for danger, and could stick to walls. He created a costume using his uncle's World War I era airman uniform, and after finally stopping Goblin and his men, became the vigilante Spider-Man.
This hard-boiled blaster, who is keen on feeding foes the lead salad, brings the damage to battle, both for himself and Tangled Web allies. If Spider-Man Noir gets himself into a sticky situation in battle, he can mitigate his damage taken by activating stealth via his basic ability, Pump 'em Up. And as a nod to the lore of his era, Spider-Man Noir slugs Hydra and swarm enemies extra hard. Nice.
All right, and his traits are Hero City, Mystic, Blaster, Spider-Verse, and Tangled Web.
I was surprised by Mystic. I understood Mystic for WebWeaver.
Yeah.
I understood Bio, and I assumed Noir would be Bio as well. When I saw it was Mystic, I was just like, interested.
Odd choice, but yep, fine, whatever.
So passive, Monochromatic Menace. Great name. In Crucible, if health is full at start of match, on spawn, gain revive once for 50% of this character's max health. This character attacks deal 50% damage to any Hydra or Swarm enemies, which is great. Gain 50% damage, Tangled Web allies gain 50% damage, and in Crucible, if SpiderWeaVER is an ally, non-Tangled Web Spider-Verse allies gain 15% damage. Love that.
Yeah, nice. And the basic.
So basic, pump them up. Attack primary target for 300% damage, gain stealth, 50% chance to gain evade, and in Crucible, always gain evade. So it's basic, but it's effective. I quite like it. High damage, like in Crucible, always gaining evade is so helpful. So helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Special.
So special Chicago typewriter.
Do you know what a Chicago typewriter is?
Isn't that a Tommy gun?
Yeah. It's like a machine gun. Like that's wicked.
Because he's got one, hasn't he? I can't remember if it shows it in the picture above, but I've seen a picture of him swinging in with like his spray and his Tommy gun.
Oh, that's quality.
The ammo drums a web. It's great.
That's wicked. Quality. Right, Chicago typewriter.
So attack primary target for 300% piercing and apply bleed. Attack the most injured ally for 320% piercing and apply bleed. If the primary target does not have any negative effects, fill this character's speed bar by 50%. That's great. That is attacking two characters for over 300% piercing is great, and applying bleed. And then if the primary target doesn't have negative effects, you half fill your speed bar.
Yeah.
Wicked. I'll take that all day.
That's awesome.
And then ultimate lead rain. Energy cost 5/5. Attack primary target for 350% piercing. Apply 3 bleed and apply heal block for 1 turn. Attack adjacent targets for 300% piercing and apply 2 bleed and apply heal block for 1 turn. If this character has stealth, apply disrupted for 2 turns to the primary target.
Wow.
Pretty tasty as well. Again, it goes with 2099 with all the bleeds.
Yeah.
Bleeding all over the shop, mate. It's going to be like the blade.
Yeah. That's a good kit. I like that.
Yeah, all 3 of them are really good. One thing I do want to touch on, in his passive, monochronic down a bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This character's attacks deal an additional 50% damage to Hydra and Swarm. To a Swarm.
Yeah, Hydra or Swarm enemies. Interesting.
There's no characters with the Swarm tag at the minute.
Yeah, apart from, you've what's his name? Yeah, interesting.
Interesting indeed. Let's see what the Swarm is.
Yeah, could it be the character Swarm?
Oh, I suppose it could be actually. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so from 3 new characters for Cosmic Crucible, there's more information on Cosmic Crucible Season 1. So the Cosmic Crucible pre-season will be winding down soon, setting the stage for the first official season. Final pre-season trial ends on September 8th at 12 p.m. and your Crucible pre-season rewards will arrive September 12th in your inbox. Be sure to finish the season strong for the best possible rewards while we're prepping Season 1. There won't be a Cosmic Crucible for September 12th to September 14th, which works out very well for us. Season 1 of Cosmic Crucible is expected to start on September 15th, and the first trial will begin on September 19th. And here are the details.
So, new league subdivisions. Season 1 will increase in the number of leagues from 6 to 19 by creating subdivisions. Bronze through Master divisions will gain 3 subdivisions each, and a new league called Grandmasters has been added at the top of the league system. No player will begin in the Grandmasters League, but rather the limited placement is in this elite status must be earned.
Leagues will also now be defined based on a set amount of tribunal rating. Additionally, a demotion rating will be implemented to give a bit of a leeway after ranking up to a new league. For example, if a player needs to earn 1,725 points to achieve the rank of Diamond 2, however, Diamond 2 has a demotion ranking of 1,700, so a player would need to lose 25 points before being demoted to Diamond 1.
That's good. Please note that because of the new relationship between leagues and tribunal rating, a player might not start Season 1 in the same league they were in during the pre-season, but don't worry, the vast majority of players will still be earning comparable rewards, if not better than before.
Because of the new subdivisions, there will also be small tribunal rating deflation that will occur at the start of Season 1, meaning that most players will see their overall point total moderately decrease. This doesn't mean you are getting less rewards and should not significantly impact matchmaking.
Lovely. Updated rewards. Crucible credits rewards have been expanded to the new leagues along with additional of more T2L4 ions. Your rewards will also increase more regularly than during the preseason, so rack up wins to earn more rewards.
And Cosmic Crucible teams, as mentioned, the Tangled Web Team joins the Unlimited X-Men and Wakandans as the Cosmic Crucible specialists. Power up these teams to thrive in Season 1.
And improvements. We've also made some quality of life improvements arriving with Season 1. First up, high-rated Cosmic Crucible players will be matched against different players on a more regular basis.
Second is a commonly requested improvement based on player feedback. On the squad select screen, your top-powered characters will no longer autofill, saving you the time of having to clear the slots first.
And then third, the main menu Cosmic Crucible button will give you updates on when tribunals are occurring. Trials are.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then new stage rules. Put your entire roster on high alert because there are new rules in stages 3 through 6 and new global stage rules in effect. Here are the Season 1 rules.
So the global rule, we love this. Age of X, hero mutants gain 50% damage, 15% damage reduction, 100% extra focus, and 500% resistance. And on turn, hero mutants clear revive once and immunity from all enemies. Defending characters have 20% health and 10% damage.
Stage 1 and 2 have no special rules except for the global rule.
Stage 3 is Spider-Mania. On spawn, Spider-Verse characters gain safeguard for 2 turns plus 2 deflects. That may as well read WebWeaver characters.
Yeah.
Tangled Web, whatever they're called.
That's it, yeah. Stage 4 is latent power. So on the end of turn, global heroes gain offense up.
Stage 5 is the biological temperament. On turn, bio characters apply offense down to a random enemy without offense down.
On stage 6, Tales of Legends. So it's legendary characters gain plus 50% damage. On spawn, legendary characters gain 3 turns of defense up and safeguard. And on turn, legendary characters remove all negative effects from themselves and gain speed up. Yikes.
So now we're into the Hulk Hunter events. Remember to link your game to your Scopely account in the options menu to access the daily Hulk Hunter Gamma Booster Web milestone for progress. Collect your mutated cells by visiting the milestones page on the web to help complete the Hulk Hunter event.
And then coordinated assault is coming back. You basically have to get more points. But yeah, and then next up we've got Power of Attorney.
So dress for success on September 7th with the upcoming Power of Attorney event where you can get your green hands on She-Hulk's Attorney at Law costume along with the Hulk Hunter progress and more.
Mm-hmm. And the Power of Attorney milestone rack up points towards the 6-day milestone by earning briefcase from the Public Defender and Fighting Force milestones. Rewards include mutated cells, silver flash bits, a 5 red star She-Hulk, nice. She-Hulk character shards, irradiated blood, teal, orange, purple gear, and more.
Use your flash bits to purchase your choice of costume from the costume store, including She-Hulk's Attorney at Law costume, Miss Marvel's No Normal, and Misty Knight's Private Eye.
And blitz your way to points towards a milestone that rewards briefcase and fragments. So it's basically get blitz in for She-Hulk. Use your
Gamma team and defenders give you extra points.
That's it. And then next up, we've got the Fighting Force web milestone.
Yep, so battle in war to earn points towards a 6-day milestone and then head to the web to claim your rewards. Briefcases, shards for A-Force characters and gear. You'll earn more points by using A-Force characters and even more points if they're equipped with gear tier 13+. So then war battle, you get 500 points. If you use an A-Force character, you get an extra 200 points. If that A-Force character is gear tier 13, you get an extra 400 points. And if they're gear tier 15, you get an additional 400 points.
Lovely stuff. We've also got Weapon X, the Extermination. So it's basically your next quick rumble. So do as you normally do with but this time with Weapon X. So accelerate your progress through the milestones by winning with characters who possess both the cosmic and mutant traits at 5 stars, or go even faster with those characters at 7 stars.
And then we've got some updates to some character availability. Praise Odin on September 6th. Valkyrie will be entering the supply store. Ultimate Orb, Basic Orb, Premium Orb, and Mega Orb. In the Mega Orb, she'll be replacing Red Guardian.
So she's not farmable. And weekly events, we've got Payday, which has just happened, and the Alpha Raids are coming back and replacing the current raid. We've then got Red Death for Mega Red. So yeah, if you're interested in that, we've got a video on that on the channel.
Awesome. And then yeah, September 8th, as we were just saying, is the Weapon X Blitz.
Nice. And there you go, mate. So quite a lot to digest, but safe to say these guys are the Mutts Nuts.
Very much so, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited, and they keep. Again, we drag them across the carpet when they're doing bad. All the character kits that have been coming out recently have all been really, really good. I'm loving the Bionic Avengers. They're fun.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too.
Looks good. Looks very, very good.
That's it. Well, with that being said, guys, please remember to rate and view this podcast, however you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. Remember that all roads lead to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk. If you want to ask us a question for next week, drop it down in the YouTube comments below. There is a link in the description if you're listening on a podcast service. And thanks for checking us out. And we will catch you in 2 weeks' time because we are both on holiday.
Yeah, we're going to go get our buckets of spades out.
That's it. Yeah, we'll be on the beach, mate. You'll be putting the old suntan lotion on my back.
Oh, I absolutely will not.
I don't think the people of I don't think the streets of Holland would appreciate that very much, mate.
Definitely not.
No, that's it. So yeah, if something absolutely crazy bananas nuts happens, we might do a quick video and stick it up on our Twitter. But yeah, that's about it. So Digz, got anything else you want to say?
All right, see you in a few weeks.
Nice one. Thanks a lot, and good luck, Commanders. Boom.